Well, the Bears give a brutal injury update as we enter the big scrimmage. We have some really unfortunate news for the team. Welcome to Bears Digest, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Dylan Guinzy. Thank you for joining me once again. Obviously, we are on the road to 5K. Please subscribe if you have not already. It is 100% free to hit that subscribe button. Road to 5,000 updates daily, including this really bad one here today that I hate to bring to you guys. But it is breaking news. We just got it about 20 minutes ago. Had to get this out for you guys, so subscribe if you want more of this. Hopefully we get some better news to bring you guys here soon. Couldn't be more free. 75% that watch are not subscribed as well. So if you are watching, if you are subscribed, just hit that button and that notification button rather, so you are up to date on any videos that come through. So today, guys, we had a Ben Johnson press conference, and in that press conference, we had an injury update that was recently announced a week and a half ago, and it was supposed to be an 8 to 10 week injury. Well, Ben Johnson said that wasn't true last week. We didn't know what that meant, if that was shorter term, if that was longer term, and we got that information here today. So this tweet from Adam Schefter just 20 minutes ago: Bears Coby Bryant underwent knee surgery and now will miss 4 to 6 months. Bears are hoping he can return for the playoffs. Man, this is so frustrating to me. We're going to get into the timelines and the reporting here later on, which was absolutely god-awful on the Bears media portion. But just for Coby Bryant's sake, this was our big-time free agent signing. He was supposed to bolster the safety room. He was one of the best safeties in the league last year, and now he's gone for the whole season just like that. And it's just debilitating. Every single year it feels like we cannot get into the season fully healthy. We're never at our full peak. The team is never at its full peak. And I know every team deals with injuries, so on and so forth. But last year we were the number 2 team in terms of the league in the most amount of injuries. It was the worst luck possible last year, and it seems like that is just continuing on this year, and more bad luck for the injury front. And this was originally an 8 to 10 week timeline injury. And Ben Johnson was like, no, that's not the case. Internally, stuff's different. Well, he came out today, and it's much longer than that. And a 4 to 6 month timeline for Coby Bryant would mean he's out until at least week 14 at the earliest. If it's closer to the 5 to 6 month range, Bryant would be looking at the playoff at best outcome. It's just terrible. It's terrible. And even if he is back and ready for the playoffs, again, we talked about this yesterday and the other day overall, Ozzy Trapillo, right? If he's back for the playoffs, that means he's just getting back and healthy at that point in time. You need so many practices, so many reps to be at your full capability. They're probably just going to shut him down for the entire year. Like, maybe, right, if he's ready at week 14, he can ramp up, maybe play week 17 and into the playoffs, whatever, if they make it. But it's so unfortunate. You're not going to have him for 99% of the season. And this is our big-time free agent signing. We wanted some more guys. We wanted some more guys via trade. It didn't happen. They just rolled with what they had. And here you go. The injury bug bites, and this is a full-year outcome. And it's absolutely horrible to see. So let me know what you guys think down below. Based on the reporting that we saw initially from inside the building of 8 to 10 weeks to now the full entire season, I think that is an absolute professional liability from whoever was leaking that from outside of the building. This completely false information, completely false narrative. It'd be another story if it was 8 to 10 weeks that was reported and he ends up being, 2 months, right? Something like that. But an entire season is pretty crazy. And something needs to be changed and needs to be fixed because that's awful. Now we see why they signed Xavier Woods, and I'm glad he made a play the other day, and I'm glad we have a guy, but he is just a guy. That's what he is at this point in his career, and that's why he was available at this point in time. So it's going to be Xavier Woods and Dylan Thieneman starting at safety. You have a rookie in there, and then a guy that hasn't been in your system and is also not as talented as Coby Bryant. So the safety spot might be a little bit of a weakness here, at least for the beginning portion of the season, until those guys get up to speed and ramped up. But Coby Bryant is out for the year. Really sucks. So unfortunate in every aspect. So obviously we talked about the awful reporting, but I'm going to touch on it one more time just on how bad this was reported before. This was from Jacob Infante a couple minutes ago. How did it get reported that Coby Bryant would be out for 8 to 10 weeks only for Ben Johnson to confirm that he'd be out for 4 to 6 months. It wasn't even close to the right time or amount of time. Genuinely makes no sense to me. Same on my front as well. Like, whoever is reporting this, it needs to be nipped in the bud, and they have to get out of there. Like, whatever their job is, they're not doing it correctly, so why are they speaking anyways? And we saw that from multiple people, it seemed like, inside the building and different media guys and everything like that. The only guys who know are Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles, right? So we need to wait on those guys to bring out the proper reporting and information to us from now on, because we got our hopes up like we would have him back, and now we're not going to have him at all. So it's just really, really terrible and awful to see there. Anybody that says the Bears are lucky in any sort of way is an absolute idiot, because we were without 70% of our defensive starters for the majority of the entire season last year. It's not going to be quite at that mark this year, we hope at least, but it's sure probably going to be close, just judging by the way we practice, the way we play, and the injuries that our guys get. It's really unlucky, and it sucks overall. But again, we can't be full doom and gloom. It's a part of the game. It happens. We're still going to be just as excited for the season to start. As always, nothing's going to change there. We're just noting the unfortunate nature and how tough this really is for the team. But we did get a good update on Luther Burden from Ben. He says he is hoping that he is back for the start of the regular season. We saw him not limping yesterday. We got a video of him. We posted out on Shorts. We also got information today that is out there on YouTube Shorts for you guys to go watch if you haven't seen it already. Ozzy Trapillo is just 7 months from his torn patella tendon recovery, and he is already on track to start practicing in training camp at some point before the end of training camp, which is absolutely mind-boggling. I don't see how that is possible in any stretch. We talked about it the other day that he's probably going to be on that similar timeline that now Coby Bryant is on, where he might be able to be back for the playoffs, but if he's not ingrained yet, conditioned, all that stuff, you might just want to let him sit, right? But if he is almost ready to practice now, we're looking like maybe an IR stint to start the year, and he can be good, the first quarter of the season into the half of the season. I mean, that's incredible. And you're looking at a top 3 offensive line if Ozzy Trapillo comes back and he's remotely close to the form that he was at the end of the year last year before he got hurt. I truly believe that. I think they're a top 5 unit anyways, even with Braxton Jones or Jedrick Wills out there. So if we can get him back, that would be absolutely phenomenal news and something that we need. We need some good injury luck news here as we go along heading towards the regular season. Ben Johnson was also confronted with some preseason reps for Caleb and company. He said, we haven't gotten there yet. Today's scrimmage practice is happening right now as we speak because the weather had to move them inside or move them onto a different field, and all the fans got pulled away from it. So they're going to have that big scrimmage now, and that's going to tell them a lot going into the first preseason game against the Browns, and we'll see who plays, who doesn't play. I would expect the starters to not play at all, but we'll see. I do expect them to play at least a couple of series in maybe the second or third game, and we'll see how that goes here going forward. We'll keep you up to date on that. They also released version 1 of the unofficial depth chart today. Nothing too crazy on this, Nothing too crazy on this depth chart. Obviously, it's unofficial. You don't see any Kyler Gordon on here because he's on PUP. Same with the other guys on PUP. There's really nothing surprising on this first depth chart. I know last year there was a bunch of question marks and stuff like that. But this year is pretty straightforward, judging everything that we've seen so far. So, overall, guys, not good news on the injury front. Coby Bryant is out for the year. Let me know what you guys think down below, and we will see you guys tomorrow.